and pensema ekoso enye NPP ene manufacture asem de akoshe sami jamfio obi anti ase enye NPP ene manufacture asem de ede ato sami jamfi so nemum eye ewiase nyina batan ko bia ye friend IMF ne report a ye ni August we eno say eka kesie bia ba beto Ghana so na uko Bank of Ghana ne nkata mu a eka 1.7 billion dollars o de ba Ghana sika mu a 22 billion eka enaba na omuko hwehwe mu no Bank of Ghana etina se na ohwehwe mu no osisa aka ni nyina no de oma de boss aka no eye sami jamfia so ye wo Goldbod finito asam ni nyina no
Goldbod na ma Bank of Ghana boss aka
iti wo document
it is a Bank of Ghana na
na Bank of Ghana na friends Goldbod no ni operations na hwan ya is it not Bank of Ghana
is it not Bank of Ghana na man is ka
and is it not Bank of Ghana say a Bank of Ghana it is obeka yemre bi me be fia ka chew say atofo sin say we twa 293 million dollars bi say Goldbod the budget nim no on fanya adwuma
yes
so obeka ya me ka chew say from sadana me kasa be pem ne no na budget no mo release even 1 cedi for Goldbod to somebody be adwuma
it's
all the operations of Goldbod no na omo prefinance through Bank of Ghana. So be kaya make ba fia be ka asam ne chiro. Say one Ghana cedi kura enko sami jamfia so ye ho. So mo fan tuto gold. But ye twa budget ni mu. Say sika no nkoye. It's all the operations, the activities of Goldbod are pre-financed by the Bank of Ghana. And today IMF sisu jam. Say asema na neje mre bia oba ha obeka yen. Say Goldbod ni operations ni nyina no a true Bank of Ghana no e no kre. Tenu na ande say 22 billion old cedis. Saying Ghana cedis 22 billion new currency 22 billion and ayera ukrum atye. Iti mini anan nyanti ase. Obi eni ho a wokukuru sam ne kwasha sam jamfi. Iti can they expect sam jamfi say oba nko obema break it down. Say ni na video oko personal attack. Oko attack you be. Enye ho na mehwe. Nemom e kana Ghana abon. Eno na ye hwe ho asem. Because obeka ya mribi barely 2023-2024. God for oil policy. Eba yes okay IMF report na. Ewo. Samin kan first paragraph no enkanchewa. Okache will say in 2024 which is bare $400 million be a day. Losses eba krum ase. So ta say e ho na obeka ya nkrofo we koye demonstration. Say erade kum na nadum mayen kum na nadum kum Bank of Ghana penini mai. Na uni krum ha. Sa $400 million no eno ne kofa sa anyem ne ba krum ha. Yes Bank of Ghana boka. Ana meboa. It's like an wine betua. According to Sami Jamfi, or say the Ghanaian people, yenye betua saka. It's a 1.7 billion dollars. 22 billion Ghana cedis. Ye count ma semwa. No more de bedum any time.
Nana prem say a exchange rate differentials. And akofa sade na ba ne
physical na Bank of Ghana then and nanado danko ekufado manka. Omo krampo no na enye aban mu pani bi na ye PR ma wo mu. Na ye mo a omo communication department and omo ba no ma be yin nsem no. But today NPC ono no ye Goldbod, o ye PR for ye Goldbod. RKJ says ono no ye PR ma Goldbod. Ema samija.
O ye CEO ma NIEP.
NIEP ni e de sha won sakra no. Esi ni trase hu de o ye wo.
No. Nano
who dia yo bibie ni ho aye ho munwene mu ho o man na si wo sese no e da autopilot e kwa na pim se pan ye nyina sa ba yichi sa no man na tie sese iti obi fa asem ko hye aye Sami Jamfi afenyo emfa asem enko hye Sami Jamfi nemom aye the reports from aye by first IMF and I walk say sadie we na esi yesi be chiri mu anafere ato adabadwa na beto empoacha na wo keka nsem e wo kroma se yi e ko personal attack Sami Jamfi wo ye CEO of Goldbod na wo ene Sami Jamfi Ye catch you say, bail condition won't to mean tia, also take a pie. Can you imagine? As a man as a major in opposition wanka. As a man as a major wanka. Who threaten the security agencies in this country. You Sammy today. Who also be a casa bail condition, who to mean tia and who work. Who work for Sammy Jeffy?
I see you.
And you won't can say.
Oh, you see.
I've been all betting a cassia one as soon. Because the maybe a catch us a $240 million and also be trying Paukuma. And the IMF the about to say I am correct. Sasami a kind of previous I am correct. Today a payjack of $1.7 billion. And who ye catch us a condition was worth to I am Pia Emani Uncle. Something uncanny.
Mase obian charge no. As a threat. Ebasa you are threatening him.
Samijan fitna simpie so.
Ebasa you are
threatening the security agencies or threatening NPP penny for Mokuma. Why na ke bibi trend? Why na nibufu ye? And today onu ni bofu. Onu no moja unam ni mucha obia. Oye nipa che obia okuma. Nti ni kwan say threaten. And the one tia say the day obeti say electoral commission ma me no. I declare NPP a flag
tintin we and top onko. And we documents and a good board movie a friend say IMF movie release here. And say obia wuti be we SHS kra. So offer documents now. The abstract. Ekura kani nyina opa me read hwe bi ma me read hon ko a kani nyina inu kwa so ha ho ekotie the NPP for
aka ode maya na nke dia to screen so then our producers
medical ne kasa anti no we ni ekoto so ye
ode ama production ode ama producer
ode to so but
okay
the abstract ode man shasi mfiri ho on wopanyin wo say this paper examine the legacy of Bank of Ghana domestic gold purchase program. TO.
Yes.
What says Hakrata Dewe? A one chiremu, a chiri bibia muse. Bank of Ghana, the gold purchase abia or to go the gold huja, or pursue the gold huja. One can't choose a gold board. Was a Bank of Ghana. And was it which help the formalized artisan gold exports rebuild reserve and support the foreign exchange markets. The foreign exchange market stabilization during Ghana's debt crisis. What you say? What's this idea we say? A boy, Emma, Sa Ghana for your debt crisis and now you want. Sa idea we gold purchase program at Bank of Ghana any gold board here you know. A boy, Emma, you see the no. Eye de enye jina page 9. It's a hefa. And ye catch us say exchange rates now. NPP for to almost send a message say, "Meme ntiase wa otiase betra na chechire kwan. Wo chechire mu be na ade aba." Na na je be dina ase, mani chechire mu no onchero. First yin na me read ya cho. Kofa documents na read. No munya omu dede no omu kana asem ba, omu nkan. No munya dede no omu ya empty threat na woma. Adan ya say aban change ya. Bonsam ya adom na sa aban change ya. Sami Jemfinse san ne niam mfiri Goldbod no mfa nko yiyoko ho no mo bon sam ya adom ne sa aban chija na nyankopon eniam ekoso Ghana for feelings we o mu feel Ghana ni be pa na ebo mpa ye se nyame nya adom na ye fense NPP mla power na je ni mu na no and what they can mu obenya na NDC and it so because omu ni nipa bia oba be ye because ba omia kure oni mampanyin akufu the economy omo na omo ye dey no mu jam ba omia na chairperson omo number. It's better na adeba umia bejina ni mu so mo e de ba ade na oba nti se bonsam ya adom ne se NPP ba power Sami Jemfinse san ne niam won sesa ni nkuku ne nkaka no won fam ko yoko no won kwotene no nka nche o mo se bipa o mo de ba be yoko boss no o ma ba be den ade se bibi wo ho intimi nche Sami Jemfinse wan ka cho se President Mahama se Sami Jemfie di bone ana we disca wo intimi nche President Mahama won se mampanyin akufu ado President Mahama enyo ono na the first your friend say we omo yi omo ti ye omo friend say the kisie ja bin wo OSP the first one your friend no Martin Medu e ka kire ye say mampanyin akufu ado ye wo maame wo ye mother serpent of corruption ye ba corruption ya what is say plemle tuntuma wa ye say ne maame enyo ono na o ka kire no mampanyin John Dramani Mahama adanse da ho so no ankasa ne nkrofo muntie for de na ode ye omo ya woni mepa bebra ye de omo kwa nti se Sami Jemfie di boni bia President Mahama on his state so obey dey ɔde no kɔ akɔ gina mlano
okay
it is asem na moka yesi mu ntilem Goldbod so ma miska se me nkɔtɔ ade makɔtɔ ade ne de abrew na wo kodi dwane so ade ntina mo nkyɛ no attention ne mfa nkɔ Bank of Ghana because our program ya ye kan Bank of Ghana na ya nti sa wo akɔgye bosia busa wo wakɔgye bosia ɛsɛ wo de bosia ba betoto wo de bosia ba be wo je no bank na wo de bosia na ba na wasoma wo bi sɛ onyi sika no mfa nkɔtɔ ade we na nipa na kɔtɔ ade ne de abrew na wo to ade no na sɛ bi wabɔ ka bank no ko nipa na wo di sika no ma no so onkɔtɔ ade na wo ho no ba wabɔ bosia wo bank na agye ho na wo bɔ bosia no wo de bosia na blem ya kwasi prempe sɛ me nkɔtɔ ade mrew na me akwasi prempe makɔtɔ ade ne de abrew enti me kɔtɔ ade ne de brew no na wo akɔtɔn enti sɛ yɛsɛ wo wabɔ ka na agye obeba me hɔ ana ɔno na agye as a bank obeba me hɔ ana so obeba wo ho anything na Bank of friends IMF report no 130 Goldbod wo baby as a Goldbod na yi no nti na me read the first abstract unim documents kura pɛche a ofa documents na the first yi no yi wo so okan a enkan hwe biem
confirm
bibia
Goldbod aboka na se o mo ka
confirm say any Goldbod ni twaka anything na me ka che wo say nti se wo bibia wo na me kyerɛ wo say se me na agye ye bank so Bank of Ghana wono na ama gold wono na ma ye friend say sami friend say Goldbod sika eso wo monfanto na Ghana for nti me de me ho agina as Ghana na agye yi na ye friend say Ghana you know na ma na agye bank ama wo sika say kokoto eniema breme na wo wakoto niema no ye friend koto niema breme na wo wagye sika na ade abreme na me makoto ade na me de abrewo so what you say nti na Bank of Ghana eti Goldbod me na me makoto ne ma na bra na the Bank of Ghana the gold na no open akoma na na
ene se menya botre etimidi eyi nsema no nipa bia you are defined by your response to an issue not or reaction to the issue enya say ade ni si wie no nipa na ye wie dia wa ye wi now you are very much well defined by your response to it obi anem eba me kura constitution
yes
na constitution obi uji tum say eye niema mienu pe de di kan e create state ene ye de to so mienu e kire aban tumi a obecheche e de ama various arms of government na state aye kan obi obeji atum say the Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Responsibilities of States e kire o say ye ka state e hia niema enan de di kan ye wo mu pa na say there should be a definite population no wako government no wako territory no wako capacity to enter into relations with other states but the who here kese pan a definite population because ye ma utumi a nipa na odi begin so
yes
and nipa na ono na ma utumi na o kan article 1+1 of the constitution or say sovereignty resides in the people of Ghana ye na tumi ni ye dia ene edi bia ma wo say kona kodi yeso enti setimamu ni baako ehun fumsuo bi ana se bibi tochema ana onti bibi ase na obusawa na ese wo de ahobrase eyi ano enya atenie so for Goldbod so see you your friend no yera samijemfi abotre wate edieni accountability is an incidence of holding a public office into wo de NSF and said nipa no kura busa question o ye very much damp enwu hia se wo di natem ateni enye part of our orientation as Ghanaian people. Yeah, person me am friend da chehine ni di atem sa o. Onya botre o chena bi wo ho. Ene ye o praise him o chena ne atwe receipt. Eso obu ani pa di receipt nko fo nso calculate this receipt. The Ghanaian people are asking you a very simple question. Say IMF for say eka bi aba. Be chirem enye wa so ya. As simple as that, enya masweye. IMF aye kan mini Adwa Christie a wote akuase. Oni ma IMF. IMF yet in 1944. Yet in 1944 no. On the 20th day of September 1957, about 6 months after seeing independence, and Ghana by mum penifo aso aye ade ekoka IMF. Me ma me anka so mumfa yenko IMF. Ba yenya to abama aban ne dia, aban ne bedi djuma. Successive government from NPP, NDC, Obia wedi aban su bia no any aba IMF edikasubum. In fact, NPP ajebesia wo ho, NDC ajebesia wo ho. And na me ne wo kasa ikura ye exit IMF program no. Ya nyan ntie say NDC for kura ne o masan asan another agreement say friend policy coordination instrument a mo say IMF wo no mfom mranti o mo technical expertise mra ni mfa mu o man enti say IMF kro na da bia wo kokoje besia wo no ho a wo gidie wo ne mu IMF mo nte dome omonte pokuyase omonte ye fene se kokomlemre ha no wa wo so wo krata nyina de koma no America ho e ma ne hwehwem no say odeka ana waboka as simple as that. You tell us that ebia eni me krata mu we mu krata mu boko yes power corrupt and absolute power corrupt absolutely ye rasa me gemfie sere wa buru nya botre wate ne abena o se asare nya wa fe no abie wa no no wa kansem se poor woman di ma me natem aden se ma me ne bone ya ne se yesi ka ba wakabi afenyo ma ken kura de wakuru no say poto what is happening in this country enti emusa sembio ye hu ade ne emusa obi hwe Bank of Ghana Suesika.
Or say busa no ne kwan so nowhere to address the issue. Well read the report ni bo obi din ade no no e na wo dane ade na ba.
And no na me catch say even when the person has granted cross we busa a mistaken question. Una wo so me ye de etumi ama. What prevents you say boko say abusuafo for the okay enye no kore. Esi book we so. Aju di ni panate manza. Entity e ben no. That ni. Hey, obi minye sure say na wote say obi ba ascribe say wo no obi de obusa the question age wadi watemanse na wayi wa no. How much more wo aye de yeto etua woka. Ye bone ayaye wo wiase ne say ye de yeto etua woka ne ma otumi no waso mu no age wodi atem and so no respond to issues. Who brought this kind of orientation in this country? Ada money by na esi. Problem na any Bank of Ghana tam $11.7 billion at the amount. Sefakoto good. That is an established fact. Ukasa mu nyina wo so wakoto awie wo baaye no. Wo de $10 billion and abakruma. And just ana da bia sami figure. Meaning there is an excess of $1.7 billion loss. The Bank of Ghana and terms kanemawa. Certainly it will sit on their account. Nobody is disputing that. But the description on the IMF report it say eye wo dwumadie na wo kodi no ene de kanaba. So if somebody refers to you tell us
that description is not
no,
the way you put it.
No, please.
The IMF categorized Niomede loss number.
That's Goldbod's activities is it not part?
What it states, David. What it states is service charge and assay fees paid to Goldbod. And Goldbod's argument has been say that cannot be a component of the loss because in the agreement PMMC now Goldbod ebeye agent no e wom se auto gold ne bremia I'll pay you a service charge. And why do you put that as a component of a loss on Bank of Ghana way and then mention say Goldbod ETS can man? That has been the argument.
Whichever be the case. Sikano ye tebiri e di amount wo di akodi djuma e ka ba ho. Whether it sits on your account or not, it is incumbent on you to explain to us.
To explain.
As simple as that. Don't insult. But Obi $1.7 billion. And you convert it to Ghana cedis, 22 billion Ghana cedis. But I want to say, Sikase no we here now they establish a bank. We have 400 million. Divide 400 million Ghana cedis by 22 billion Ghana cedis. You can establish 55 banks with it. 55. Bank maku adionum 55 baako kra ye maame vice president ko share ho bo te ho penten kwa wayera ma na hwehwe na omu
de hin no
women development wo de obi fa wa fidie ekosi krom fa koma nkasim dwom na mbo ochena ebusa se na ma ne bu afu. So when this loss is there, in fact ask yourself obi wona eye wo company and you bought this hooping eka we aba, ask yourself say wouldn't you even ask questions to reduce it or even stop the said business?
Sure.
You do that.
Sure.
But does it amount saying so didn't part them? But someone said does it even warrant so we didn't part them? And you see the conversation about any Goldbod books so we books so into the antikamai.
A kaba.
Into me and can want them.
I will say a can.
Into yes, diatem.
Dabi.
What is happening? This is a car, a calculation. You get 55, establish 55 banks. Ask yourself, establish 55 banks. When him se press for a benjuma. When him se press for them. NDC food soldiers run out. Ejumano. These people are even one open. Make them say NPP for they say come the opposition. When call for nanka say good for one comedy. You, if you establish these banks, you can employ them.
Yeah.
So why do we do this to ourselves? The real issue is say and the Bank of Ghana a that one 1.7 billion dollars. We must pay for this car. Now when a bit here.
Ghana for any bit here.
In fact, as I'm working the Oko Kebi now you penny create some of patcho. And Neil and Tivandapoi. I look at it and I read in the letter no. I was Sunday patch also on one correct medium vino. Or some patch on I look at it with pity. You know why? A bedu baby so ras a medium fear and yabotra. One way obey on here. Sebi bibi taneti. And a yard the bonnet so do krumu be able to be catching. In yabotre. He may be very intelligent.
Obi foresee Neil Anteno part.
And Obi asem we what be that. Say Neil Anteno ankasenya botra kwatena city say Abrantie ye me boy. In fact, I think about August 2018 or chair the campaign. No campaign or the national communication me na me chair. What kasem me feel say. In fact, the nation feel we diatem. I tell you say this way you can communicate better. In time apologizing on your behalf. Yakwada sorry and Neil Anteno Jonah as actual letter say asem no kind of one. Now we be ade we situ argument.
One kasa asem no kind of.
Also pan wo chewo. Also pan wo chewo. Na wo pan wo chewo anya bua na bua.
Na say bi ono akoda ye no.
Obi. Ye will be a reasonable man test.
Yes.
Kona koda na hwe video na Neil Anteno. Oka na asem ni wie se obi adi atem wagina public platform na okakere ne se asem na oni afenyo marking enya adwen a kan hu se enya afenyo marking nko a na wona na ekasa in fact
oni Ghana fo nyina
in fact enya oni Ghana fo mpo oni afutufo mpo pe na ekasa woni me futufo population consider nti ukasa no wanka ne yie me pacho on your behalf na Ghana mu anya yentete ne se adibuo be ya adwuma na nipa no a few minutes later wasan betro krata ababonten say chewpa na me pa me sa epa ho chew mumienya abotrew na mmere ye ni nkaso tumi nso saa ene ne etwe nkofo ai asrama nkofo nam ekọ yoko ebayo o kina bi the time the tables may turn ebia wo etene a wo betwe wo seat no bi atwe na o to asifom enya abotre
Aaron entry Bebre na fen alampan